Hello and welcome to our group project presentation. I am Pratim Karki of HIT-363, Group 35, alongside my group members Gaurab, Dhakal and Rakshya Poudel. Our chosen real-based business scenario for this assignment involves re-engineering the Istanbul Kebab Shop, which is a family-friendly shop located in the Darwin city. Despite its occasionally unappealing image, the Istanbul Kebab Shop has found enthusiastic support among an immense number of Darwin residents that includes students from different countries. It's not only a reasonable price and tasty meal, but also a vibrant example of the value of cultural exchange. Background and problems. Bob, the owner of Istanbul Kebab Shop, is struggling to manage his business. Bob currently tracks the store information manually, confusing array of Excel spreadsheet. He currently spends many hours a week editing and browsing his vast collection of spreadsheets and is unable to reconcile transaction or staff number across the store. The lack of a centralized data store also makes tracking his stock number and sales trend a nightmare. We, Group 35, investigated his business and offer Bob a centralized way to input, process, and output so that he can create, read, update, and delete information about what he is lacking apparently. Comparatively, the Istanbul Kebab Shop is running less advanced technology throughout the business. For instance, the doner kebab, which is very famous all over the world, has advanced technology, which helps them to keep control everything in efficient way and timely manner. Production level is minimal. They are losing their clients because of outdated existing technology, such as the inability to order online using an updated website. Due to the shop's insufficient online order system, production is limited. Despite their best effort, the shop has been losing money simply because they cannot properly manage their technology. Business analysis. The other big aspect is the development and the progress are forgotten. The core team is way behind to analyze the current demand of market. They are focusing on shops rather than online order and online delivery. The management team needs to analyze the business, especially technology field, and apply it as soon as possible. Finance mess up. The transitions performed as a store, including the customer related to that transition, is really messed up. It's need to manage applying an application which facilitates the easy solution. Overall, what we have figured out is the lacking elements of Rick's Istanbul Kebab Shop is the technology and other issue that is under it. That concludes the overview, background and problems of the re-engineering kebab shop business, from which we have derived our assignment output. I will now hand over to my group member to explain the merits of proposal, opposing arguments, implication and implementation.
I'd like to talk about the first point. Follow 80/20 rules, that is 20% effort and 20% result. IT plays a vital role to reduce physical workload and give higher outcome. As concerned to production level, business needs to follow 80/20 rule, in which the 20% is the effort with 80% of result. 80% of your revenue is generated by 20% of total customers. Introducing advanced technology to business. Likely the another point is to introduce the advanced technology to business, where in every small business technology helps to generate 35 to 45% of profit, such as material as well as software and hardware technology. For example, apps, website, F-road machine, iPad. Likewise, the app website of company makes service and purchasing system relevant. The next point is business should focus on cash flow rather than profit. As a business company should not only focus on profit but also focus on cash flow. The absence of profit eventually had a decline effect of the cash flow. In the instance, profit is more important. Another thing to remember when determining whether to focus on cash flow or profit is cash flow can be bought. A business owner can put his or her personal assets to capital into the business. The second point is weekly, monthly business progress should be observed and measured. Like a mobile need to be upgraded time and again. Likewise, a business process should be observed so a result company profit or loss is maintained throughout the business era, and also divide the profit equally to every parts of business for its upgrade. As going to the next slide, data processing and modeling. This is an example by which our plants are implementing by digitalized diagram, where we can see a hungry customer has been satisfied with using a IT statistics. Now, talking about opposing arguments, implementing IT strategy needs to build up with different alternatives so that the investment guidance, business analysis, profit margin, process automation, performance management of the business is built up. Likewise, the first point is analyzing business as customer's perspective. We can test the website or app and also use it as an user testing time and again. All workers or owners need to analyze or evaluate its business through as a customer perspective, because it helps to know the true or fact scenario of the business throughout the customer view. The business case strategy identifies the core cons and pros of the business. Now, second point, giving the time and focus on customer. Reviews and feedbacks from customer or targeted audience of every business plays a vital role to find the lose point of business, as well as it is a sector where the company or the business is lacking its development or improvements. Likely, it also helps to implement new plans or create new progress to run the business. The another point is increase human capital in employee productivity. Although business is run with human and mechanical resources, human capital leads to increase on production by 20% in each and every small business. The primary means by which policy can improve workforce productivity is by enhancing human capital and ensuring human capital is allocated effectively and meets the dynamic needs of the customer. The second point is implementing IT strategies. Every company needs an accurate outcome and profit prediction of its budget and its overviews and cover its mission, core values, objective and approaches to accomplish its goal. Currently, the budgets and spending forecast of a monthly year timeline of business and outcome of current and the future IT projects are initiated with timelines and milestone. The second point is competitor analysis. Competitor always help to build marketing statistics. It also identifies the competitors in your industry and researching their different comparison to identify company strengths, weakness within the competitors, and also helps to create new strategies with the same targeted market. Now, going to the next slide of supporting arguments, like you can see global fast food market revenue, which has been increased 2016 to 22, like 540 billion to 691 billion, which has also potential to increase the profit. And also the next picture shows about the technology SBS are currently using, that is digital marketing, application integration, mobile business applications, and business interaction and analysts. Implication: if the people's or customer going to follow its proposal, then we could see the best business motive is generated smart as specific targeted goal, mission and vision of company accomplish. This plan measures the margins of required goals and helps and to contribute future goals and plans to upgrade the business. With the obtained goals, business can target or focus on its goal within the certain or required time bound of its deadline. The second point is related between customer and relation between customer and business is developed. The most critical and major part of business is to make relation between customer and business. Likely a customer attracts another customer, or in other words, we can illustrate as recommendation with another customer, which enhance popularity, income, trust, support from the customer, which leads to make profit. The next point is easy transaction with products. It also easier to shop to buy any products online. Moreover, purchasing item from online gives details about the products. Likewise, IT strategic like app and website through the customer would know about the food pricing, food details, as well as number of meal. With implementing proposal, we can even face some risk like insufficient profit. Likewise, there can be several chances of not meeting the future profit margins. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, most of the fast food industry were affected with it. Unlikely if a small business like Istanbul Kebab Shop faces losses, company need to bear its consequences, which leads insufficient profit. The next point is IT maintenance. A company needs to maintain its functional in which IT department is among it. However, with the updates, mostly website and app faces many bugs to stew, so it's need IT expert to maintain with. Now, talking about implementation, it's about details or plan making this case. It's about the risk. It's about the importance of business and how much the resources used. Talking about risk, not enough budget, not enough production. Introduce more mechanical resources, reduction of unwanted expenses. To get a positive result, company needs to have a profit. For local businesses like Istanbul Kebab Shop, if it uses its resources like mechanical or human resources, IT resources properly, then it will have a highly outcome. The next point is time management within 1 year or less. The next point is accurate comparison with profit. If our plan is applied, then we can get the details about the profit and loss of each and every part. We can estimate the high food products sold or less food products sold, sector where it needs to be developed or maintained, targeted audience, focusing on what we can found.